Hello friends. So today we are going to see that how to read values from an sensor or how to read values from an input on a particular pin. So for doing that we are going to use a push button. We are going to use a push button. So I am installing a push button on the breadboard. Now push button has four terminals. You can see it here. That is 1A, 2A, 2B and 1B in that way. So 1A and 2A can be connected to each other when we press the switch basically. So this is how it works. If there is a connection, so when we press the switch, the connection builds up between 2A and 1A and the circuit is complete. So to make our circuit today, we are going to use ground. So ground is generally shown by a black wire. So I am taking ground. I am taking ground and connecting it to the negative rail. I am connecting it to negative rail. This is my first step of the connection. Then I am going to take 5 volts and I am going to connect it to the positive rail. Generally it's shown by color wire, so I am showing it by red. So now these two rails are charged up. This is positive and this is negative. Now let's make the connections for the switch. So this end of the switch I am connecting it to the positive end. So I am connecting it to positive end, that is 5 volts. Now this end I am using a resistor. The value of resistance is 1 kilo ohms. I am going to put a resistor here which is going to connect this end to the resistor and then back to the ground. So I am going to connect back to this ground. So as you can see, the current is going to come from here. It's going to travel here through the switch. Then when I press the switch, it's going to travel in this direction, and that is how we'll get the ground. Now I'm going to make a code, and as well as I'm going to show you what happens. So there is nothing to take a reading here. As you can see, I have connected this to ground. So where will I get the reading? So to do that, I am going to take a wire and I am going to connect this terminal to pin number 2. So as you can see, now see the circuit. There is a positive and negative coming on to both the rails. Then this end of the switch is connected to the positive. The other end is connected to negative, as well as it is connected to pin number 2. Now what is going to happen is when I am going to run this project or when I am going to run the simulation, the current is going to come from 5 volts. It is going to go through this, and when I press the switch, the current has two roads to follow or two options to do. Either it can follow this path or it can follow this path. So it's a property of the current, it always follows a path which is less in resistance. So you can think of which path it will follow, whether it will be going to the ground, that is the black wire, or it will be following a path which is going to the pin number 2. If you have understood which path it will follow, or if you have analyzed, please give it in comments. Okay, so I'll tell you. So when I press the switch, it will always follow a path with a less resistance and it is going to go on pin number 2. So as soon as I receive some current here, that is 5 volts, I will trigger a signal by using a digital read. I am using a digital read because it's a digital pin. You can see it here, it's a digital pin. So when it is a digital pin and I want to read a data on that pin, that what is it receiving, I am going to use digital read. So let's put a block code. So see what I've done. On start, print to serial monitor digital read, that is the command, that is the function which I'm going to use, and wait for 2 seconds. And then in forever I've used a block which is saying print to serial monitor. So print to serial monitor, and then here instead of hello world I have gone to inputs and I've selected this option, read digital pin number. So with read digital pin number 2. So I'm going to read this pin number 2, and then once I read it, just a moment, I will open both the blocks. Yeah, once I read this, so it is going to move back to the new line. So that is how my program is going to be. So I will run the simulation and let us see what happens. I'll open the serial monitor. So see, I have given digital read, then a 2 seconds pause, and then it is going to print whatever we are going to read on the digital pin number 2 on the new line. So right now you are getting a value of 0. Now 0 means 0 voltage, there is no voltage, and when we receive the voltage it will show value as 1. So see, as soon as I press the switch, you can see that this value is coming as 1. I can restart the Arduino if you want. I've restarted the Arduino. Okay. So this is how it is going to be. So I hope you have understood. I will just a moment, I'll restate it. Yeah. So I'll show you in the code. Yes, block and test. Just a moment, I will have to move this. Yeah, I am moving it here. Now I am showing you the code. Now just pay attention to the serial monitor as soon as you start the simulation. So I got a digital read message. There is a 2 seconds pause and there is 0 values. Now I'm going to press this button. So see, I get 1 as soon as I press this button. I'm clicking it here. So there is some signal which is being received by P2 as soon as I press the switch. So I'm getting on the serial monitor as 1. So I hope you have understood today's project. We have used digital read function. See here. And simultaneously we can see the code for the same block code which we have used. So I hope you have enjoyed and understood what we did today. Do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you and have a great day ahead.